started with today's Verizon IndyCar Series post-practice press conference, joined now by Marco Andretti, driver of the number 27 UFD Honda for Andretti Autosport. Marco, it's been a momentous start to your season so far. It's been some very fast pace, both in St. Pete and then here today in practice. What have you attributed to that success so far?
Just a lot of work in the off season. It's not just one thing, you know. It's a lot of things. It's attention to detail. It's, I think, our whole approach as a team, you know, and the way we test, the way we do shaker, the way we, you know, everything, you know. I think this is as confident as I felt and as fast as I've been in off season testing and stuff like that in my career. Like, I don't remember being out of the top 2, top 5 the whole off season. So. And in practice in St. Pete, and I think St. Pete didn't really show what the 27 has. You know, we had those problems in qualifying, and then it turned into a fuel race. But you know, I think we have the pace, and now the goal is to convert that to you know, well, race win really, but you know, results. I think you know, finishing 7th there was not a reflection of our pace, and that's a good thing. You know, where last year 7th we would have been like, oh, that was okay. You know, but now. You know, I think we're, you know, there we're a 3rd, 4th place car. I think here, you know, we're showing some pace, so we need to convert it. That's the goal.
As you mentioned, the 7th place finish in St. Pete, a best finish of 6 here today from practice. Anything specific that stuck out to you from today's lessons in practice?
Yeah, obviously just the reds. You know, that's a new thing this year. I'm a fan of it just because it takes the guessing out of it for tomorrow. So being able to try the reds today. I'm a big fan of, you know, I think that way tomorrow everybody's absolutely wrung out and you're not sort of guessing at the balance. So, you know, it'll be small changes for us from now until then.
What's special about this race in Long Beach? It's obviously a very storied event. Your grandfather won the first IndyCar race here. What is it about this place?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of history in general, but for our family, it's definitely a special one. I mean, you know, my dad actually won his first and his last race here, which is pretty cool. And I want to win my 3rd race here, if it's this season. But, you know, I think, yeah, I mean, just there's so much history. I mean, even going back to F1 and stuff, it's just a magical place. And the weather's normally great. It'll probably rain tomorrow now that I said that. But, yeah, I mean, just the fans, and it's a fun event.
Questions for Marco? Yes, Robert, and then we do have a wireless mic. Natasha will bring to you.
Marco, Will mentioned to me after the first practice that on the resurfaced back straight, there's like a bump right where you're going to brake. You were talking about it quite a bit on the telecast. How much of an issue, if any, is that going to be?
I had to adjust my style there for sure, you know, because obviously that corner, it calls for a lot of peak pressure to slow the car down, but the track won't take it because of the dive, you know, and the attitude of the car. So I just smoothed off my braking there instead of really hammering it, and still a big bump, but what I like is character. I mean, it's the same for everybody, and it's another obstacle that we just figure out how to overcome. So I don't think it's going to ruin anything.
Other questions for Marco? Yes, Kay.
Each team is getting an extra set of tires. Is that going to be an advantage for all the teams, and how?
I mean, as far as relative to my competition, you know, I think the inside the top 10, they don't get an extra set, and everybody outside does. So for in my case, I didn't get an extra set. But to me, it's, you know, it's practice 1, and you know, you most likely, if you start chasing the track at that point, you're going the wrong way. So, you know, I think it's one of those where it's the same for everybody. I actually like the outside the top 10 rule. I think it changes things up a lot, and you know, it's one of those that's the same for everybody.
Matt.
Matt Weaver with Auto Week. 2 kind of broader questions for you. The first is about the hot start that Honda seems off to. You guys have pace. The first race of the year at St. Pete and so far in practice. At what point of the year do you feel like it's not a small sample size? Is it Indianapolis? Is it well after that where you can say, okay, now it does seem that way, and maybe it's not just a misconception?
Honestly, I think St. Pete, because I think it was one of those where all through off-season testing, we're like, wow, we're faring okay. But then I always think in my head, well, are they showing everything? And I think come St. Pete, they actually were. So that was a pleasant surprise, and it's just a credit to everybody at Honda, just working really hard, and I think we. I don't know if it's an edge, but I think, as a team, we've definitely stepped up. So maybe there's more players this year just because of our gain as well in pace. So, I honestly feel that